Game weeks are starting to come quick now. We're in that point of the year. This is game week 14. So let's get this started. Last week I got 5 points, taking me to a total of 68 points. 5 points seems to be the average this season, which isn't great. So let's pick it up. This week we're going to kick off with Fulham versus City. In game week 13, Fulham played Spurs and they basically beat them within 5 minutes. That was their first away win of the season as well in the Prem. And I've been saying Chukwueze needs to start, and he showed why he needed to start, and he did, and he was quality. But still, I think Fulham lacked some creativity. They didn't take advantage of the 2-goal lead. Honestly, they should have made it more. As for City, we had an easy game, or easy first half against Leeds. Second half, we made it much more harder than it needed to be. A couple mistakes from our defenders led to goals for them. But Foden, thank you. He came in clutch, got 2 goals in the game, and we got the 3 points. When these two teams face at the Craven Cottage, usually City pick up the 3 points. In the last 5 games, they have. But this season, Fulham at home has been a tough game. They have won 4 of their 6 games. But I'm going to go ahead and back my team like I usually do. But I still think it's going to be tight. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to City. Next up, we have Bournemouth versus Everton. Bournemouth, last week, they went against Sunderland, where they had a great start, took a 2-goal lead, but then they crumbled, conceding 3 times and ended up losing. Semenyo, he's back, and he had some bright moments. He did contribute to the first goal, but he is truly missed for the team. Hopefully for them, he can, start contributing in terms of goals like he was doing at the beginning of the season. But yeah, Bournemouth have a terrible run in terms of results because they haven't been playing awful, but they have not gotten a win in the last 4. As for Everton, I don't know. Everton is so weird. They beat United with 10 men and then they get bodied by Newcastle at home. Pickford, what the hell was that? Having a great game against United, and then he drops this stinker against Newcastle. Only positive from Everton this game, Dewsbury Hall is in great form. That's his 2nd goal in a row now in games, and in 3 in a row in terms of goal contributions. He got assists 3 games ago. And when these two teams face at the Vitality Stadium, Bournemouth usually pick up the 3 points. In the last 4 games, they have. And Bournemouth at home this season have not lost, while Everton have lost half their games away from home. But recently, Everton have improved away from home. They got points from United and Sunderland. But I think Bournemouth, they're going to be too good. I don't think Everton's going to be able to break them down here. I think Bournemouth should win here. I'm going to go ahead and say that they win 2-0. Next up, we have Newcastle versus Spurs. Newcastle, they get their first away win against Everton. And I think I'm comfortable in saying they're starting to look like their previous selves from previous seasons, right? An actual threat and not just, an easy team to get by. As for Spurs, they lost the game in 5 minutes, like I said in the Fulham segment. My God. Vicario with that howler, instead of just booting it out the field, he booted up towards a Fulham player. They did get better second half, but it wasn't enough, right? They had already lost, and they were very inefficient with their shots. Only, I think, 2 in target it was. And when these two teams face at St. James's Park, Newcastle has won their last 3 encounters. And Newcastle at home this season have won 4, but Spurs away from home have won 4 as well. But the way that Spurs is playing currently, it's awful. They aren't getting results. There's no real threat in terms of attack. Newcastle, on the other hand, has been improving. So I do think Newcastle's going to win here. Comfortably, I'm going to go with a 3-1 win to Newcastle. Next up, we have Brighton versus Villa. Brighton, in their game against Forest, they were the way better team in my opinion. Or, they were the better team. It was a great game, and not only that, they're also in great form. Overall, they are looking pretty good. And now, they see themselves in 5th place. As for Villa against Wolves, they struggled a lot more than I thought they would. They did struggle to break them down, and the only way they could get a goal was Kamaro's banger. It was top bins from outside the box. Not going to get those every game, so they did get lucky in my opinion. And I honestly don't think they deserve the win because Wolves did have some moments. When these two teams face at the Amex Stadium, Villa has beaten them in 3 of their last 5 encounters. They have pretty good form, but away from home this season, Villa has been pretty average. They have 2 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses. So anything can go for them. As for Brighton, they haven't lost at home, winning 4 of their 6 games. And honestly, I think Brighton has been playing well and getting the results, whereas Villa have been scraping through 3 games, in my opinion. So I do see Brighton winning here, especially at home. I'm going to go ahead and say they win 2-0. Next up, we have Burnley versus Crystal. Burnley, they went ahead and faced Brentford, where they almost got a draw, but they couldn't hold them off. Ended up conceding like 3 goals. I believe it was the last 15 minutes of the game. They didn't create many chances, so I do think a loss was deserved, as Brentford were on them majority of the game. And now that is 4 losses in a row for Burnley. As for Crystal, they went against United at home, where they seemed to be the better team, especially in the first half, but ultimately they lost 2-1. Not a great result for them. They will be kicking themselves for that one. The only real positive out of the game is that Wharton looked good, but Wharton was most likely playing his new team, right? It could be this is January. When these two teams face each other at Turf Moor, Crystal has won 3 of their last 5 encounters, and away from home, Crystal is one of the better teams. They are 4th in the league in terms of away form, while Burnley, they're losing home and away. They aren't that great. I do think Crystal's going to win here, but since Burnley is home, I do think they have a little bit of chance, but not too much. I think Crystal's going to win here 2-1. Next up, we have Wolves versus Forest. Wolves faced Aston Villa, where they did have a good performance in my opinion, but still couldn't get a goal. And it's going to be tough to accept that loss, because the only reason they lost was because there was another banger in the game. Last week it was Pino's goal. This week it was Kamaro's goal. As for Forest, I do think they were unlucky not to get a goal in the game against Brighton, but I do think they deserved to lose. They were very wasteful in their game, not many shots on target, and they ruined their run of form. They had a great run of form, but now they have lost. And now they have to go to the Molineux, where they have won once, drawn once, and lost once. Both teams have done that in their last 3 games. But at home, Wolves, anywhere they go, they're pretty bad. They have only scored 6 times in their 6 games, Wolves. But Forest away from home are also pretty bad and one of the worst teams in the league, and only have scored 5 goals in their 6 away games. So the way that it looks like, Wolves can get something here, and I think they will get something here. They have to get points somewhere, and I do think this is one of the games. I'm going to go ahead and say this is going to be a tight one, a 1-1 draw. Next up, we have Arsenal versus Brentford. Arsenal, they went against Chelsea, where we saw them struggle for the first time, I believe, all season. Or actually, Sunderland gave them a good game, but this was a big struggle for them. At no point in the game I said Arsenal were the better team. I think Chelsea had them the whole time. Their midfield was outplayed, and no one in the front really had anything for them. I think Marino was the best one. They kept getting the ball to Saka, but Saka kept skying the balls. But yeah, bad game from Arsenal, even though they did get a point, but I think they will be seeing that as a bad game. As for Brentford, they had a dominant win against Burnley, even though it took them a while to score their first goal, but they ended up getting 3. Damsgaard with a great game. He's been having an underrated season, and Thiago continues his scoring form. And when these two teams face in the last 4 encounters in the Prem, Arsenal have won twice, and there's been 2 draws. So Brentford can get something here, but I can't see it. Brentford away from home has been one of the worst teams. They've only won once and lost the other 5, only scoring 6 times in those 6 games. So I do think Arsenal is going to get back on track here pretty quickly, right? And I do think they're going to keep a clean sheet as well. I think their center backs, if it's Mosquera or Hincapie, I think they can lock up. Well, it is Thiago, but he has been great away from home. I'm going to go ahead and say that Arsenal win here 2-0. Next up, we have Leeds versus Chelsea. Leeds, they faced Manchester City, where they did have a good comeback in the second half. Calvert-Lewin shutting me up. I've been shitting on him all season, and he scores the goal and then gets the pen where Nemecha converts. But luckily, we hold them off, and they lose that game, and that is now 4 losses in a row for them. As for Chelsea, they had an incredible game. Great game from them. Reece James, my God, that was a statement. That was such an incredible performance from him. Sanchez as well. He's known for stinkers, right? But that game was one of his best games, I'm pretty sure, his whole career. And I do think, even though Caicedo got the red card, they were still the better team. With 1 man less, they were still the better team against Arsenal, which is a great game, great result. And I do think Chelsea's going to have an easy time here against Leeds, even though Leeds did beat them their most recent game 3-0. This Chelsea team right now is in hot form. And away from home this season, they have been great. They've won 4 of their 6 games, scoring 14 times. So I do think Chelsea's going to have pretty easy time here. I'm going to go ahead and say they win here 3-1. Next up, we have Liverpool versus Sunderland. Liverpool, who faced West Ham last week, and that was a desperately needed W. They won 2-0, and it was desperately needed. Verts finally with a good game. I think that's his first game in a Liverpool shirt. And then Isak, I think that's his only second goal of the season, so good on him as well. Gakpo is the man of the match, right? He got a goal and assist, so it looked good for them. Let's see if they can continue that here against Sunderland, who had a great comeback against Bournemouth at home, winning 3-2. Brobbey with another crucial goal. He's been having some pretty good moments, one against Arsenal, and now in this game. Their home form is incredible, but this is an away game for them, where they haven't had the best of times. Their tactic basically is just to keep the game low scoring, sit back, soak up the pressure, and try to break away. But it has only worked 3 times. They've only scored 3 times. And I know Liverpool, but if they want to climb up the ladder, they have to be winning at home. They have to. Now, I don't think they're going to make it easy on themselves. I do think they're going to concede here against Sunderland. But I'm going to go ahead and bet on Liverpool here. I'm going to say that they win 2-1. Then we have the last game of the game week. It's United versus West Ham. United last week went against Crystal Palace, where they took advantage of their set pieces, scoring twice off of them. I do think they were the worst team, especially in that first half, but they picked it up and got those 2 goals. The bench players step up for them. Bench players, right? They were starting, but they aren't the starting players because Sesko and Cunha are injured. But good on them. They won their game. As for West Ham, awful game. Awful game at home against this low form, low confidence Liverpool team. You have to do better than that. Paqueta with the stupid red card, second week in a row now where there is a stupid red card, and that's not it. They also had no shots on target in the game, so very bad game for them. Now they have to go to Old Trafford, where United have won 4 of their 6 home games, so it's gonna be tough for them. And also United have won 4 of their last 5 encounters at Old Trafford, so I do think United's gonna win here. West Ham without Paqueta, less creativity in the team. It's going to be tough for them, but I do think it's going to be tight and low scoring here. I'm going to go ahead and say that United win here 1-0. So those are my predictions for game week 14. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe, and peace.